I'm having trouble with my train gas furnace, and I've run into this before. This used to be a propane unit, and I had it converted to natural gas, which I'm very thankful for because my heating costs went way down. What happens is 1 out of 8 times the furnace will kick on. You can hear the first burner start up, and then all of a sudden it shuts down. It cycles through, the blower comes on, blows off the gases that didn't burn, and then it tries again. Well, what I think is happening is there's a clog in the wings of the burners, and the gas isn't getting all the way through to start all the burners. And at the end, there's something called a flame sensor that senses if that doesn't happen, and it shuts it down. So I'm going to show you what I do to clean the burners and hopefully get this up and running. First thing you want to do is shut power off to your unit. And you can turn it off at the thermostat also. Next, we'll pull the cover off where the burners are right behind here. And to do that, you just lift up, it's spring-loaded, pull the bottom out, and drop it down. Now, some of you, on your units, just have to remove 4 screws. 1, 2, 3 down there. And then 4, that one up in the corner up there. There it is. And then you can lift this top plate straight up and pull it out. And remember which way it's oriented to. So you put it in exactly the way you took it out. And then you can lift these burners out one at a time and clean them. Well, I can't do that on this unit because it's sitting in a box. This goes all the way across. It's connected here and at the top. And then there's a plate all the way across the top. So I'm hoping that I can release these 2 screws and these 2 screws, the gas line, and move that away a little bit. And then there's 4 screws. You can see this indentation here. And there's a screw back in there, straight back in there. And one at the top, right down in there. Same thing on both sides. And hopefully I can pull this back, drop it down, and then pull it out and clean those burners. One thing you got to be real careful of, right back in here, is the igniter. And that's a real delicate piece, and it breaks real easy. So you'll see it when I pull it out, but you got to be very, very careful that you don't touch that to anything or damage it. And you can see my burners. Hopefully you can see all the debris in here. You see that? And that's probably clogging up my burners. And that's what we need to clean so that the startup will go smooth. And all these screws are the same size. And I already released this top one. That goes right on there. And just set that aside in the bottom here. Now these burners are held by this pipe here, this gas line. So when I pull that back, they're going to drop down like that. And I've got this side loosened already. So I just need to take this side off, and I got to watch my igniter over there. Flame sensor, I'm going to unplug that. It's that wire to hold me up. And there we are. And hopefully you can see that igniter. That thing breaks real easy. You don't want to get near that thing. These are our burners. Need to clean those up. The flame sensor, I'm going to clean that up. That's carboned up a little bit. And these channels in these fins get blocked up. So the gas comes here and it gets blocked, and then it can't travel across. And so this flame sensor will shut the unit down, and that's what's happening. For safety's sake, I think I'm going to remove this igniter so I don't break it, because I need to clean this. I can see there's carbon right there. It's probably not allowing it to travel across. I didn't bring a 1/4 inch and I don't want to leave this balanced on here, so I'm going to unplug this. Let's take this, clean it. All right, let's get that igniter off first. I am going to take it off from the inside. There's a couple screws down here, right down at the bottom here. I'm going to release those, unscrew those, and that whole clip will come off. There we go. And I can set that aside carefully. Now we can clean this thing up. And it's not rocket science. Use a brass brush, wire brush, and you want to clean the burner and the channels. And these channels get clogged up and it won't let the gas run down the line to ignite all these. So you want to make sure those are open. All the way through. There should be about an 1/8 to a 1/4 inch gap on these. When they get older, they'll open up and you want to pinch them down just a little bit but not clog them up. And it doesn't take much. A little speck in there will keep the gas from shooting across there. And then you'll have the problem that I'm having. And I'm going to take this flame sensor out so I can clean this last one good. And I can see it's gummed up right in here. And that's just one screw right there. And I can pull that out. There it is. And I'm going to clean that. That's got a lot of carbon on it, which can cause that to happen. Now, if you had the easier way of doing this, where all you had to do was pull that top plate up, you want to make sure you put these burners, anything that you take off, make sure you put it back exactly the way it was. You don't want to turn these burners the other way. Just using a real thin screwdriver for this. Just make sure there's not a chunk of carbon in there or something that I missed. Now, if you have compressed air, an air compressor or a blower or whatever, it's good to blow these out. And I'm going to blow them out from the inside out, from this side out, to push any debris that's in there out. But you can blow on these just like that if you don't have compressed air. And you can see all the debris we got out of there, and it doesn't take much to clog that up. And I'm just going to lightly clean the flame sensor, and I've got real fine steel wool just to get that carbon buildup off of there. And now we can put it back together. And I'm going to put my flame sensor in first. And it can only go in one way. So we're good. And I'm going to put this in after I install the unit, because I can see that I can be more careful if I do it after it's installed. And maybe not bump something while I'm putting it in. Let's go put it back in. Yeah, I'm glad I left that igniter off because I sure don't want to bust it. Alright. There, that's right where it's got to go. Good. Hook my ground wire back up. Good. I am going to put the igniter in now, carefully. And it's got a little lip there. So you just put it up to the plate so it's sitting at the lip and line up the screw holes. Doggy. Got her in. Got to put the gas line back, and there's little nubs or orifices that the gas comes out here, and they fit right in each one of those. So this is a little tricky, but I got to get them all popped in because that's what holds this in place. I'll hook the flame sensor back up. Good. The igniter. Good. And I forgot this. Beautiful. I think we're ready to go. We'll fire it up and see how she does. And of course the igniter's over here, so the gas comes, ignites this one, then that one, that one, that one, and that one. And our flame sensor's over here. If it doesn't make it to that, it's going to shut down. Let's fire it up and see how she works. There's the inducer motor started. Pressure switch should close. Igniter starts glowing. Gas valve open. And it should shoot right across there, right to left. Beautiful, smooth. And we got nice blue flame. If you get a greenish or an off-colored flame, that could mean you've got a problem with your heat exchanger and you want to get that checked out. That's not good. If you get a little red, maybe I can make that happen. That is, there, I'll tap this one here. Like that. That's just dust burning off. But blue flame is what you want. We've got heat. We've got warm air in our house tonight. Hey, I hope this video was a help to you. Save you some time and money. If it was, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And I look forward to helping you with other projects online.